So look, it's a real privilege to be here today and to talk to you all, and in particular to follow Fatty, who's the second young gentleman I've had the privilege of investing in. The other 23, 24-year-old that I had the privilege of investing in was Sam Morgan, and he has gone on to be a truly inspiring New Zealander. So look, my subject today is the fuel for growth. So I guess I'm here to talk about show me the money. I've decided to sort of take liberties, as all good entrepreneurs do, so I'm going to talk about four things. I'm going to talk about the engine, I'm going to talk about the fuel, I'm going to talk about some accelerants, and if I have enough time, I'll talk about sustainability. So the first thing is to talk about the engine. You know, we're here today because we have created a fantastic ecosystem of entrepreneurship in New Zealand. That's a combination of fantastic business opportunities that people in this room are creating and the talent that sits in the room. The talent is on display today. The talent is truly awesome. Okay, these are individuals that have real fire in their belly. They're going out there, they're getting up every morning because they're cause-driven. They're not necessarily driven to make money, they're driven to make a difference. And that talent has really, really developed in this country. The second thing is these great businesses that we increasingly start to see. These great businesses are characterised by global ambition, outstanding original thought is what we see in them, great intellectual property, a real understanding now of what it takes to be successful on a world stage, and experienced teams. I'm seeing second and third time entrepreneurs now that come to us with investment opportunities. So we have a fantastic pool of opportunity in this country. So what about the fuel? Well, the fuel comes from the rich buggers, okay? There's nowhere else to get it in New Zealand, and these rich buggers congregate in two areas in New Zealand at the moment. We're trying to get them to congregate in two areas. They congregate in angel networks, and we're trying to herd them into congregating in funds as well. And I'm going to talk about each of those briefly now. So, talking about the angel ecosystem in New Zealand. Angels take stupid risks. Sitting alongside all of this talent, and we do it because the people that we invest in truly are so talented. We look into crystal balls and we try to predict, 30 times growth in 5 years, and we're all going to be happy and we'll sell the business and it's all going to be great. You know, the success rate in angel investment globally is 1 in 10. 1 in 10 is going to go well. So angels are real heroes in this country, along with the entrepreneurs. Angel investment's going well in New Zealand. It's a recent phenomenon, really only got going probably originally with the Ice Angels up here in Auckland in about 2005. In the last 2 years, we've seen $50 million a year go into angel investment. That money's gone into over 50 companies each year. So we've got a fantastic pool of new deals that are coming through the pipeline at the moment, companies that have been invested over the last 3 or 4 years. We have to keep going in developing this angel community, though. We have quite high churn rates in angel networks, and so we need to be seeing more and more people coming into the angel community as we develop this ecosystem. So for those of you that are thinking about parting with your money, come and see me later and I'll show you how. I want to move on to now funds. Once angels have invested in these companies, we really need to see scale capital go into these companies. The scale capital is these $2 to $10 million that we need to get these companies overseas and really starting to grow. We've got a problem in New Zealand in this market, and I know that Rob Adams said at the start I wasn't allowed to tell you that it's a problem, but it is a problem. The tank's empty. We have very, very little growth capital in this country. The reason it's an issue is a lot of the companies that I'm involved in today are heading offshore. They're heading offshore early to access capital. The good part of that is that when they do access that capital, they'll be accelerated into the markets that they go into offshore. So that's the good news. The bad news is they have to relocate offshore, and they have to relocate their leadership early, and that's not good for the country. I want us to selfishly keep those businesses for ourselves. In order to do that, we need to see that there's at least 4 decent-sized growth capital funds in this country. At the moment, we've got, I'm not even going to get to my other 2 points. Brilliant. At the moment, we've got one venture firm in New Zealand that's still got capital to invest, and we've got 3 firms that are out there raising money today. The good news is that Movac will launch a new fund next week, and we will move into this part of the market to try and provide that sort of capital to accelerate our businesses offshore. The last point I do want to just briefly mention, because I'm going to skip the accelerator and talk about sustainability. The way we get sustainability of investment in New Zealand is through great exits. We need to celebrate exits as the gold standard in New Zealand. When we exit a company, when companies are exited, the entrepreneurs that make the money out of those exits, they don't want to sit around doing nothing, and they end up reinvesting that money. And you're seeing some of those people up here today. So in that note, I think we really want to celebrate the exit that's been announced earlier this week with Charlie's, with Stefan and Mark. Congratulations to Derek and Jeff on a fantastic exit with Hyperfactory earlier this year, and to Adam and team at MCaw. I look forward to you joining the team, and I can help you part with your money as well. So thank you very much.